Good morning.
You are tuned in to your favorite gospel
Good morning.
station.
Good morning, team. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Jimmy FM. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those who have tuned in, asanteni sana for your support. Tuning in is supporting. I always say that when you take your 2-3 minutes to listen to this voice, it's supporting the voice and also it's pumping your heart. All right, ready for the day. Asanteni sana for tuning in. I can see your messages in and out. Asanteni sana. And for those who are trying to call, I'm sorry that the message, that the call is not going through because we are still live. We are going live, of course. There's a lot that is going on around the world right now. There's a lot that is going on around even our country, especially that things are soaring high and things are hard. Things are hard. People are straining and striving, and there's hunger in some part of the country. There's lack of water in another part. But thank you so much for listening in this morning, because I have a word for you this morning. Listen, in Genesis 37, that is in Genesis chapter 41. When you start from, let's start from in Genesis 37. Let's start from verse 1. It gives a story of Joseph, and this story motivates me like never before. Oh my God. Listen, what motivates me on that story is not that fact that aliyekelewa kwamba sijui he slept with the queen and all that. It is the part that Joseph was thrown into the prison. The prison is not something that is sweet. Prison is not something that you can enjoy being there. Prison means prison. It means a place where you're locked in, a place whereby you are limited by the circumstance, limited by surrounding, limited by everything. But this young man was not limited because he had done any mistake. He was limited for standing out for his principles. And he said he will not sin against God. He will not sleep with the king's wife. So he stood for his principles. So Joseph was thrown into the prison for 2 good years. An innocent young man alirushwa kwa prison for 2 good years. And remember, Joseph had dreamt back into the kenye ilifanya apitia yote ni kwa sababu aliota tu ndoto. He had a vision, he had a dream about a future, what gonna happen in the future. But again, whatever he went through, as you go on reading that story, you think that whatever Joseph is going through is a mistake. This young man has a dream to achieve. He has a vision to pray to God and see how it's going to be achieved. But everything after that dream, everything that has followed, to us, it's like a bad luck. Being thrown into a pit, being sold to the Egyptians, serving there as a slave, and then being thrown into the prison. Staying in the prison for 2 years. So inside the prison, he found 2 people. He found someone that we call a chief butler and a chief baker. These 2 people were, the butler was making a good grapes wine. That one day these 2 people, the butler and the baker, began to dream inside the prison. And they wondered, and they explained, that they talked to each other. The butler and the baker, they sat down, they woke up and sat down and explained each other's dream and wanted the interpretation. They wondered what it meant. But Joseph, inside the prison, he interpreted the dream of the baker and the butler. And the way he interpreted, that is the truth. That is what came out. And so the baker died, all right? He was hanged and died and all that. But the butler remained. He survived. And he remained serving the king. Chief butler continued serving the king even hata wakati alitoka kwa prison. He continued serving the king for 2 good years. He had forgotten that there was a friend called Joseph in the prison. But listen, one time, this king had a dream. He had a great dream, and nobody could interpret this dream. But the chief butler remembered that there is a man inside the prison that had interpreted our dreams, me and the chief baker, and all our dreams had come true. So he recommended Joseph to the king, and the king, remember, before the king would allow any advice from the workers and servants, he would first call the elders, those magicians and everybody. But all of them, nobody interpreted. But Joseph came out and interpreted the dream, and to his favor, when he interpreted this dream, this was his point of turning back. It was the chance and the time for the dream to be fulfilled. After he interpreted the dream, the king made him the greatest of all. He made him the vice regent to the Pharaoh. He made him the vice, the bigger, the prime. It's like a prime minister, a person ambaye ako in charge of foods, a person who is in charge of the kingdom on behalf of the king. And through the dream, Joseph was able to save Egypt from hunger, from drought. And from there, that is when the whole area had been covered with drought until his brothers came over for food to Egypt, because they heard that in Egypt there was food. Remember, God gave Joseph a wisdom, aweke chakula vizuri, kwamba kuna nyakati zitakuja ambazo zitakuwa zimekauka. Remember, the brothers now, in all the area, kulikuwa kumekauka, and now the brothers and other people from other areas came to Egypt to buy and get food. So including Joseph's brother, who sold him years back, came also. And through all that, brought the father and Joseph, in a very wisdomous way, he opened himself, he revealed himself to his brothers. So when these brothers and the father came and found Joseph is in charge, they didn't know him, because it was many years after. Joseph had grown big, he had become a powerful man. So they did not recognize him. So they bowed to their brother without knowing they are bowing to him, including their father. After all that, Joseph revealed himself in tears and in emotions and told them, I am your brother that you saw. And the father got to hug his son again, the son that he thought he had died, because the brothers had lied to the father. After selling Joseph, they lied to the father that Joseph had been teared by the bears. And so this story tells me that through the dreams that Joseph had dreamt, the process of fulfilling the dream seems very wrong to our eyes. It seems that these are the things that Joseph would angepitia jamani, because this was the wrong way. Joseph had dream, Joseph had vision, and God had a way of fulfilling the vision. And to our eyes, we thought that the way of fulfilling this vision is by working hard. Joseph was going, anapelekea ndugu zake chakula uko jangwani, wakilisha kondoo na mifugo ya baba. And we thought in this way, wakiendelea hivyo polepole, maybe Joseph would be anointed to be the king and all that. And these are the normal ways of us thinking that is the way God fulfills our dreams and visions. But that is not the right way. God has the way. Remember the God who gave you that vision. When you're sleeping down there, when you're working there as a cleaner, when you're working there as a shamba boy, when you're working there as a car washer, when you're working there attending the flower beds and all that, when in that office, when in that place, remember that a small beginning is a way of fulfilling your future. I'm telling you, it might not look like what you envisioned yesterday or last week or many years ago, but I'm telling you, it's a way of fulfilling your dream. It is a way that God is using. So do not look down. Do not despise the small beginnings. You might be selling bananas on the road kwa jam. Wewe ni wale wasi wanauza maswiti kwa jam. Wewe ni wale wasi wanauza mabiskuit kwa jam. But I'm telling you, this is a beginning. Do not despise yourself. That you see someone driving a big car na unakibizana ati unamuuzia ndizi ndio ukimbia ukimpatia change. I'm telling you through that God gonna bring connection and you're gonna grow big and you will see all your visions. Today if you tell someone who is selling mandizi ya 10 pale kwa barabara, if you tell someone ambaye anaoshia watu magari, if you tell someone who ambaye kazi yake ni kutumwa na wakubwa kwa ofisi, if you tell someone ambaye kazi yake ni kupikia wakubwa chai kwa ofisi, if you tell someone that is working in that office but is receiving the very low salary, ukimwambia kwamba one time he ata own such a big company kama yenye anafanyia saizi, ukiambia mwenye anauza mandizi umwambie siku moja ata own that bigger car ambaye waga anakimbizana nao kila siku ili apate chakula, they will not believe. But if you ask them today, wanasemanga siku moja nitanunua shamba, siku moja nitafanya hivi, but they don't know how. I'm telling you, do not despise that small beginning and be faithful to that small beginning. Kama ni kuuza ndizi, usikose kila asubuhi, amka na uendelee kwa jam na uende make sure umeuza. Do not sleep. Hata kama uko jobless, do not sleep. Just wake up and do something. Because those small beginnings matter a lot. So do not despise. You see that if you ask that small that vendor, huyo jamaa mwenye kazi yake ni kuoshia wasema bike manze, na hata machine si yake ni kuajiriwa. Huyo msemo mwenye anaendesha pikipiki alafu jioni anapelekea mdosi do yake. Then I'm telling you, do not despise. One day you're gonna own yours. But just be faithful to that small beginning. That is the small path that you can pass through. I am motivated by the Joseph story. And today I'm telling you that whatever you're going through, do not give up. And do not give up on God. And do not say that God has left you. Remember that you had a promise, you had a vision for your life. Don't give up. Just wake up and try and do something. And the other lesson is that do not disclose your dreams kama bado hujapata njia ya kuzifulfill, my friend. Do not tell everybody about whatever you've dreamed, because not everyone is your friend. Remember, these are the closest, the blood brothers of Joseph. But look at what they did, because they could not understand that future ego. Hiyo ego yao hawangeelewa kwa nini kesho yao wakuwa wadamuinamia ukijana mdogo. But kumbe their way of hiyo kufeel vibaya and all that was something that God had used. So God can use that small business of yours. God can use that small beginning of yours, and tomorrow you will be able to rise again. Thank you so much for listening in. This is Jim Buruki. Of course, today our storyline has been the story of Joseph that has taught us a lot. And for those who are tuning in now, thank you so much for coming. Even hata kuchungulia, it's motivating me. And of course, God bless you so much. Prepare for your day. It's gonna be great. That small beginning. Kama saizi unaamka asubuhi, kama unataka kwenda kuuza, enda na energy yako yote, knowing that the future is in God's hands, and God is ever just. God is ever just. God cannot be unjust to you. Uwezi kuwa unatia bidii hivyo na uende bure. God will repay you someday. Hiyo bidii ambayo unatia, someone said unafanya kazi ya elephant, but ukireceive rewards receive rewards kama za grasshopper. But I'm telling you, that ability, that honesty, that respect that you do to your boss every day. Hiyo respect unaonesha mdosi wako kila siku. You waking up in the morning and trying up and making sure that you hit all the principles nume attain kila kitu. I'm telling you, hata kama unalipwa kidogo, tomorrow God, that energy does not go free. God is investing in you. Tomorrow God gonna give you a lot. So please, dear BD, be faithful to your small jobs. Be faithful to your small businesses. Be faithful to whatever you can do. Do not sleep in bed because that you go jobless. Do not stay low. Do not keep yourself cool. Please be you. Because I'm telling you this ability to turn everything into something good appears to be a godly characteristic. The ability of turning everything into something good appears to be a godly characteristic. It doesn't matter who hates you, nani alikugeuka, nani alikatana pesa yako, nani alikatana dini yako, who did whatever they did. But I'm telling you, God has that ability of turning anything and everything into something good. That is God's character. Our Heavenly Father always seems able to do these things. Everything, no matter how dire, becomes a victory to the Lord. Joseph, although a slave and wholly undeserving of his fate, nevertheless remained faithful to the Lord and continued to live the commandments and made something very good of his degrading circumstances. The environment was so degrading. In prison, there is nothing uplifting in prison. People like this cannot be defeated because they will not give up. They have the correct positive attitude, and dull connect expression seems to apply. If you feel you have a lemon, you can either complain about how sour it is, or you can make a lemonade. It is all up to you. Live above the law to be free. That is all I can end up with. Hiyo tu ndo naweza kumalizia asubuhi ya leo, and telling you, live above the law to be free. Live above the law to be free. Thank you so much for listening in. This is Jim Brook. This is Jim from Asanteni Sana. Your messages, thank you so much for the positive messages. I see all these Asanteni Sana. Tomorrow maybe I read your names, Asanteni Sana. And of course, those who are trying to call, please, the calls cannot go through. Please continue texting and commenting, and I will see all your texts and all your comments. And God bless you so much. This is Jim FM. I'll leave you with a certain motivation tune. May God bless you. Goodbye. Till tomorrow morning, there's a greater tomorrow for you. God bless you. Live above the law and be free. Asante sana.